Hello, happy Monday, and welcome to Adobe Live. My name is Liz Mosley, and today we are going to be spending the next half an hour in Adobe Express, and we are going to be designing our own Valentine's cards. And I've been doing a little bit of research for this stream, and I have found lots of cheesy Valentine's puns. So I think we're going to have a good time. I'm just going to say hello to everyone in the chat. We've got Sandrine, Oliver. Hi, Annika. Annika has been designing some great Valentine stuff in Adobe Express already, so you should go and find her on Instagram and have a look. Hey, Tim. So yeah, get your thinking caps on for your Valentine's puns. I've got a few here for us to get started with, but I would love to hear everybody else's. And I know we always have an entertaining time in the chat with the puns. So I've decided for my cards, I'm gonna make postcards, and I'm gonna set it up so that I can print it, but I'll also be able to use these for sending out like maybe a email sort of Valentine, or I'm also gonna convert it into a social media post as well. So Tim's rebranding our streams to Adobe Love. Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of Valentine's content in the next couple of weeks. Hi, Doris. Right, okay, let's dive in. So I'm going to start off with custom size graphic because I want it to be an A6 postcard. And I don't think they've got that sort of saved, not in the dimensions I need anyway, because I want to add my bleed. So I'm adding bleed onto it so that if I want to get it printed, I can. So 3 mil all the way around. So normally I'd put in for an A6 document 105 millimeters by 149. But for this, I'm going to be putting in 111 and 155 because I'm adding 6 mil to my dimensions so that there's 3 mil all the way around, which means I'll be able to print it. Hi, Evie. Evie's joining us with all the rainbow hearts in the chat. Nice to see everybody. Oliver's going to go into hiding until discounted chocolate day. Yes, that's a good idea. Yeah, I have to be honest, Valentine's isn't really my thing, but I did enjoy looking at the Valentine's puns for this stream. So the first one. So yeah, get going with your Valentine's puns. I want to hear them in the chat. Hi to Caroline. Oh, it's nice to see everybody here joining me today. Okay, so we're going to start off with I'm batty for you. I decided that I'm going to see how many sort of Valentine's cards I can make in one stream. So for my first one, I'm going a bit sort of more maybe a bit dark, a bit grungy, because I found some really cool stuff in the design assets. So what I'm going to start off with is searching for bats. And I thought some of these illustrations could be quite fun. Not not a baseball bat. I'm going to go for this sort of bat. So yeah, I'm going to go for a bit of dark Valentine's card to start off with, but it'll be lightened up by the little pun. I'm batty for you. So yeah, we've got our bat here. I'm going to see if I can make kind of like a little bit of a pattern with a few different elements for this one. So I'm going to also look for hearts because I love all these illustrated hearts, and I think they sort of go quite well with the style of this bat that I'm going for. Yes, Evie said, cool, a Halloween Valentine. That is what I'm going for, a Halloween Valentine. Love it. We're going a bit dark for our first one, and then we'll lighten things up with some silly ones. So yeah, you've got time to research what puns you want to do. I quite like this with the black and white and the red because then it works nicely with my bat. So I'm just going to get in a few elements, and if you haven't used Adobe Express before, you'll see that some have got the crown. That means you can use them if you've got a premium account, but you'll always see that there's still lots on offer even if you have a free account. There's still loads of options, which is great. So I love these illustrations, so I'm going to get a few of these. I like the ones that have got the sort of red color, but then with the black and white as well. Let's see, what have I got? Let's get a few more. I might get this one with the lock. I think that works as well. Oliver says dark and grungy is my kind of Valentine's. Think Wednesday, but less cheerful. Yes. Okay, let's get going with this then. So I'm just going to, I might get a few more just in case we need some extra ones about the place. I might duplicate this bat and have a few bats. So yeah, I'm going to sort of make a it's not going to be a actual repeat pattern, but I want it to have a sort of pattern feel about it where there's sort of lots of elements filling my canvas. So I'm just going to dot these around the place. Maybe bring another bat in down here. I do love this sort of like etching style of illustration. And I think it works well for our Halloween, Halloween, I was going to say, our Halloween Valentine. I think Tony would approve of this. He's into Halloween, isn't he? So I'm just going to duplicate some of these hearts and sort of spread them around the place. Maybe get this one over here. This is what Mary Shelley meant when she wrote Frankenstein. Yes. I'm glad I've started with the Halloween version before we get silly. So what I'm gonna do, I feel like I need a couple more. I'm just gonna get some other hearts. Let's see which one to use. I feel like using one with a knife through it is going too far. I feel like that's just a step too dark. Maybe this one. Okay, and then maybe I'll put it down here again. Now I want to change the background. Oh, I love it. Everyone's coming up with name mixes. Valentine, Halloween. Yeah, that works. Halloween. I can't even say them. Halloween. Amazing. Yeah, I can't say that. Okay. So I think I'm going to need to just rejig things slightly to make sure I've got room to actually put my text in. That says I'm batty for you. That's my tenuous link with my Halloween. I mean, it's not that tenuous. It's a good link. Okay, so let's just get everything in place. I need to change the background color. I'm speeding through these quite fast because I want to try and get I want to get a few Valentine's cards done today. So let's see what would work. Maybe like, oh no, I think we're gonna have to go lightish. Ooh, maybe a pink. Maybe a sort of like grey pink. That works well. If we go too dark, you're not gonna be able to see the etchings of the bat. Okay, something like this. And then what I'm going to do is head over to Adobe Fonts because sometimes I get overwhelmed that there's just so many options because obviously all of the Adobe fonts are available in Adobe Express. So I'm going to look up Halloween and see what it gives us. Oh, yes, we could go. Maybe I won't go this sort of gory. Maybe Herencia. I don't even know how you say that. I think that could work. Okay, so let's add some text. We'll find. Here we go. Nice. I think that works well. And I actually really like it in the white. So we're going to put I'm batty for you. It's not the easiest one to read, but I do really like how it looks like with the rest of the design. So I'm going to go with it for now. Maybe if I make it a bit bigger, it'll be a bit easier to read. Okay. Going to bring that up to the right up to the front so that it goes over the text. Up you come. There we go. I like that you can actually see the white of the text through the etching. Let's just make this a bit smaller. So I'm pretty happy with that for my first Halloween card attempt. I might just rejig some of these elements. I'm gonna make a back for the card. So I'm just gonna add a page. I don't want to duplicate it because I don't need all of these bits. Ooh, arc it around the bat. Nice. That's a great idea. Hang on, here we go. Oh, it makes it capitals. Interesting. Let's have a look. Maybe if I make it, I think, oh, yes, that works. I think this font works, not in capitals. Definitely not the most legible, but I think maybe if I just change it for something like a simple, yeah, maybe that works better, actually. I did really like that font, but I think it was hard to read. Love that idea, Sean. Thank you. Oh, okay, there's some good puns coming in. I'm liking it. Right, okay. So I'm going to speed along because I want to make more. So I'm going to create a back for this postcard. So I've gone for A6 dimensions. I'm going to add a page, same as this page. What I'm going to do is keep it white or maybe just off-white. And I'm just going to add some simple text saying to and from so that I can fill it in if I get them printed. So let's just go with something like this for now. So then I can just fill in my message and who it's to here, because this is like, yeah, I'm going for a postcard kind of vibe rather than a greetings card. But you could easily do this as a greeting card. You just need to sort of set your dimensions up correctly to get it printed. So what I'm going to do is hoping that it saved my pink. It has. And then I'm going to bring one of the heart elements over onto the back here, maybe this one, and just put it up in the corner, almost like where the stamp would go. And then I would fill that in. So that is my Halloween-y Valentine to start off with. So next up, we are going to do so I am going to do a matcha. Oh, we've got a question. How do you usually organize multiple images in one design? Maybe focus on one image. That's a great question. For this one, I wanted to go for a bit of a pattern. So I've sort of just arranged them all kind of like evenly spaced. But yeah, you could definitely focus on one design. I think you have to just play around with it and see what you think works best. You want it to look balanced and not too busy. But we're going to try something a bit different for our next one. So if you follow me on social media, you'll know that I am a big lover of matcha. And I'm going to do a card that says, I love you so matcha. So I'm going to head to photos and search for matcha. Let me know in the chat if you've ever had a matcha latte. I am kind of obsessed with them. And I'm going to find an image that I can use. Again, this is not going to be super Valentine's-y. Ooh, this could be quite cute. That's an interesting one. We could have the text. It's like nicely arranged so that we can have the text in the middle. Yeah, let's go with that. It's like almost like a photographic version of our Halloween one with it all laid out nicely. Okay, so this one's going to be really quick and easy because we've got our image sorted, it's got our matcha in it, and then I think we're going to have some nice green text in the middle that says, I love you so matcha. So let's add our text. I feel like I'm not really into like the soppy Valentine's cards. If I was ever going to send a Valentine, well, if I have sent Valentine's cards. If I send a Valentine's card, it's usually like a bit more like cheeky or a bit more like, yeah, not offensive, but you know, not soppy, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's have a look. I want something, maybe something like this or something quite bold. And then I think we definitely need to get some like green from the matcha. Maybe something a bit darker. Nice. If you want to like adjust the line spacing or the letter spacing, you just do that in here. So I'm just going to bring the lines slightly closer together. I might actually, yeah, that's going to work better in this space, I think. I love you so, matcha. And then what I might do to make this sort of stand out a bit more is add a shadow. Tim says, I would never use puns, especially not in invites for streams. Every single invite that Tim sends me for my stream since I started, which is must be like nearly 6 months now, has had a pun in it. So Tim is the king of coming up with puns. Okay, I'm gonna go for like a dark green shadow. There we go. I think that works. And I think then the last thing we need to do is maybe just add in some little hearts. Oh, Evie's got some great Oliver says you're my perfect matcha. Yeah, that's a really good one as well. Guys, you're killing it with the puns. This is brilliant. Evie's got you're a great catch with a fish on a hook. Right, we'll try that one in a second. Sandrine says Japanese green tea. Oh yeah, so matcha's Japanese green tea, typically not drank. Yeah, I can imagine that it's not usually drunk with milk. I have it with coconut milk, which I'm sure is not how you're supposed to have it, but it does taste good. Okay, so I love you so much. Oh yeah, I was gonna go to shapes and just find some little hearts so that we can, you know, add a little Valentine's touch. And I'm just gonna sprinkle these around. I mean, there's so many heart options, so I can choose which heart I like the look of. I might just sort of put a few of these around in the flat lay. Okay, I'm going to change these ones to white. Okay, so here is our card number 2. For the back, I'm going to use similar to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate the page. And then what you can do is you can head into view all pages and I can just rejig it and bring it down here so that it comes after my matcha one. And then I'm going to go in, take that off because I don't need it anymore. I'll put my heart back in. Put that here to go with my matcha sort of theme. And then I'll just change the color of these. I don't know why the 2s become massive and the fronts become tiny. Let me just make that a bit bigger. Okay, so I'm just going to keep the backs really simple because that's what we want space to write things. Okay. People are not impressed I have coconut milk in my matcha. Tim says might as well throw some ketchup in there. Oh dear. Yeah, coconut milk's good for baking with. Okay, so right, let's start our new card. So Evie suggested, let me find it. You're a great catch. Okay, so we need to find, hopefully I can find a fish on a hook. I haven't looked this one up, so who knows? Let's search hook and fish and see what happens. Oh, yes. I kind of feel like that is not the least romantic image I've ever seen. Oh dear. Maybe. I definitely. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is like. I hope there's no vegetarians in the chat. I'm really sorry if there is. I feel like these are quite Oh, he looks happy though about his fish chat. These are quite grim. Okay, let me see. Let me see. There might be some in shapes. Maybe there's like an icon of a fish. Maybe we can find a cute fish and a cute hook and sort of piece together our own instead of using an image that looks really gory and not at all romantic. You know, although we're not really going for the romantic vibe, are we? Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's find a hook that we can use. Emma's just joining us in the chat as we are making gory fish and hook Valentine's cards. Right, let's find a fish and see which one we like. Maybe, oh, this one's quite cute. Maybe something with a little bit of a pattern. Okay, so we'll put him over here. We'll put the hook up here, not actually attached, so that we're not too, it's not too gory. Okay, hang on. Let me just look up what Evie, it was you're a catch, isn't it? You're a great catch. Okay, perfect. So let's add some text. You're a great catch. I think we need to have this. You know what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to swivel this round and put it at the bottom and have the hook like go here. So it's almost like pulling the fish. Maybe that makes it a little bit less. Okay, nice. You're a great catch. We'll put the text nice and big at the top. I'm going to add some color in a minute. It's not just going to be this green color. Let me just decrease the line spacing slightly. Let's find a sort of nice friendly font. Okay, let's see what we can find. Oh, this is nice and friendly, something like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the color suggestions for this. Let's see what they come up with for Valentine's. I'm sure it's going to be very... This could be fun, actually, having it in like... Oh, I actually really love that. I think in a really like bold... In a like really bold sort of pink and red. Amazing. You're a great catch. Okay, what I might do is just add... Shall I add some hearts? Or maybe I'll just keep it really simple for this one. We'll keep it simple. We'll keep it nice and bright. Evie says, what? Who doesn't want a skewered fish? You could replace the hook with a heart or make the hook catch a heart instead of the fish. Yeah, let's put a heart in there just to, you know, Valentine's it up a bit. Maybe a nice little white heart. I'll get a different heart this time. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the heart in between the fish and the hook. Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes it a bit less macabre. Oh no, I want to change the heart color, not the fish color. Hang on. Let me put that back to this color. Get hold of the heart and change that to white. Okay, I actually really like this one. I think this has turned out to be my favorite so far. Okay, so let's go back. We've got I'm Batty for You, which is our sort of Halloween inspired Valentine's card. I love you so Matcha. You're a great catch. Okay, next up, I'm gonna see if I can fit in one more in the time that we have. I'm gonna add a page, same as selected, and I'm gonna do You've Stolen a Piece of My Heart. Fish love hook. Oh yeah. Okay. Have a shark about to eat the fish too. Caroline says, how romantic. Hooks, green drinks, and bats. We Brits know how to do it. Yeah, it was never going to be a soppy Valentine's from me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is head to design assets and look for a pizza. And you know what? I'm going to go for this neon. Let's go neon for this, our last Valentine's card. And what would be quite cool is to find a font that is going to work with our neon. So I'm just going to search neon and see what they come up with. And I think this one would look good. HT neon. So now I can head back, add some text. Let's get some a text box up here, and I'm going to write You've Stolen a on the first line. And then find the neon font. I think it was HT neon, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, there we go. Nice. But what I want to try and do is is make it sort of have this kind of neon effect for the text as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color of it to this sort of I'm going to get it from the pizza, so to the sort of lighter yellow. And then I'm going to head down to the effects over here and I'm going to turn on outline because that's going to sort of make it look neon-y. And I'm going to get this darker, color, which I think works well. So now I'm going to do pizza my. You've stolen a pizza my. I mean, if you're ever bored, Google Valentine's card puns because there are a lot of them out there. I couldn't believe how many there were. And I got a lot of mine from the food section. There's like a whole section on just food pizza puns. Right, so then I'm going to match this to the sort of green neon so that it's all going to go nicely with my illustration that I've grabbed from the design assets. So you've stolen a pizza my, and then the heart is going to be a nice neon pink. I'm pleased. I feel like, none of our Valentine's cards have been too soppy today. They've all been puntastic and a bit dark, which is, yeah, I think I've enjoyed that. Okay, perfect. So let's just maybe make this pizza slice a bit bigger down here. And then I think if we change the color of the background, I think maybe even to black. Yeah, so that the type really stands out. So let's have a look. We've got, I'm Batty for you. I love you so, Matcha. You're a great catch. And you've stolen a pizza my heart. Now, if you run a business and you're thinking, oh, it would be really great to make a social media post out of one of these, you've made your designs for your cards. So all you're going to do is click resize. And I'm just going to turn this into an Instagram post. And it's just going to need a tiny bit of rejigging. But then you've got your Instagram post and you can just head over to the scheduler. So I could just click on share, just needs to save my project for me. Oh, give it a second. Let's see. Click on share and then I can just head to schedule. You're now going to get into an insight into the chaos that is my scheduler. And then I would just pick Instagram, pick the time, and write Happy Valentine's Day. And there I'm good to go. And I can schedule it to Twitter, to Instagram. I can schedule it to all of them. And it'll go out. And so I've just saved myself a whole bunch of time. And that is all we've got time for today. We did 4 Valentine's cards, lots of puns. Thank you so much for all your ideas and suggestions in the chat. It was great to have you all here. If you want more design goodness and inspiration, then stick around this afternoon. Tony Harmer is back at 2 doing some awesome stuff in InDesign. And there's also more streams this week for the UK, or like English speaking streams. So Joe and Tiggs are around this week doing amazing masterclasses on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's at 12 p.m, so you should definitely check those out as well. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next Monday with another Adobe Express stream, and I'll hopefully see you there.